What's up, guys? OC's Finest back with you again, and today we have a requested deck that's been everybody's been waiting for a while. It's the starter deck, black deck. So we have Caesar here. He's actually the one that wanted to really make this deck. So we all came together, made the list, and he's been playing it now for like how many tournaments would you say? Like maybe like 3 tournaments now.
Yeah, around 3 or 4.
Okay, 3 tournaments. So he's gonna explain to what the deck does and how it's played. So, go ahead.
So, the leader is a Mass Saiyan. So, on this side, he mills 3 cards from top of the deck. If it's a black card, he gains critical. Any other color, it gains 5k. On the other side, when you flip, draw 2, he does the same thing, but when he swings, you draw a card.
Alright, and then explain the lineup. Let's go with the blue first.
Alright, for the blue is only mostly for defense. So you got the negate, the sense of being, and for the great apes, you got the revenge blocker.
The Yajirobe?
Yep.
So then what else would the Yajirobe be for, you think?
Honestly, the Yajirobe, it gets rid of like the huge a lot of the big things that you cannot get rid of with other stuff that chooses.
Okay.
And
so like a lot of the barrier stuff.
Yep.
Like the Piccolos as well.
Yep.
Okay, and then you have a red lineup.
All right, the 2 bodyguard logic. It's a free blocker. This deck needs a lot of defense against the apes. They got a lot of crit coming toward you. The Kaba for the self awakening, and the Champa. You gotta.
Just for the damage, the double strike.
Yep, the double crit on the leader.
Alright, and then why 4 Jirens? Like, why are you playing 4 Jirens?
The Jiren really comes in handy later on in the game past turn 4. Because early in the game, you're dropping all your little things. And if the game drags on for that long, the Jiren really puts in a lot of work. It kills a lot of the apes, which is the main problem right now, and also gets rid of some of the GT Gokus from the Mech GT deck.
Yeah, the Mech Free has been seen a lot, has a lot of different variations. So there's a lot of Overwhelm cards. This is what the deck is meant for, right? Just to overwhelm each turn. All right, so let's go through the black lineup.
All right, so for the black, you got your 10Ks. And then you got your 1-drop Toa Searchers. Your 1-drops, these are your targets. You got your two discard mirrors, overwhelm 3, opponent drops a card. And you got your 4 special edition Mass Saiyan. The reason why you run this, it warps something costs 5 or less, and you hit yourself for a life. And the other Mass Saiyan from expansion set. He gets rid of it's a KO for this deck. The deck needs this type of removal.
So with barrier, why do you keep running that card? Why would you keep running that with all the barrier around?
A lot of the times, a lot of my games against any deck, they usually don't bring out their barrier monsters later early in the game.
Okay.
And so one example is the apes. When you're rushing them down really hard, they invest in marching before they bring out their 5-drop Vegeta.
Vegeta.
That gives them barrier.
Yeah.
And this is an easy way to remove them.
Well, it's an easy way just to remove, like, if your opponent's spamming a bunch of 1s and 2s, you can just clear the board easy. Gets rid of their combo pieces.
Yep.
And then what about the promo mirror? You're playing 1 promo mirror.
The 1 promo mirror. This, very late in the game, it ensures game when they have a lot of blockers, and hopefully the Bloodlust is gone after them bloodlusting these, because they'll always bloodlust these. They never want to lose their apes. So when you bring this out, and you know that they don't have any more combo pieces or any more of the Kid Gokus that can destroy this, it's honestly game, because it's 20k, and with
they can't block it.
Yep, they cannot block it.
Yeah, that's a very good tech card, actually. I would tell people to actually run 1 or 2 tech it right now, just because there's so many apes. It's just so popular. And then what about the Trunks?
The trunks. It's a 2-drop. It's a 2-drop overrun 4. It recycles anything that you might need in the deck. It'll bring you. You can loop itself, which is actually really good, and it can bring you back your food or anything that you need. Your 10K. And it's a 20K double striker, and really good card.
And then the Haru Haru.
The Haru Haru. I really love this card. It's a really good against any green yellow. Against green, it is definitely going to resolve, and it untaps 4 energy. That's really crucial, especially with this deck, because it also sets you up for your dark plot play.
And then why are you only running 1 dark plot?
The 1 dark plot is just to get more board presence.
So if you want overrun Majirian, you know, you can push really hard.
Yeah,
and then it untaps as well, right?
If you bring back anything costs 4 less, so your Trunks or your Massaian or any of these, it untaps 3 energy. So they're basically 1-drops. Yeah.
And then why only 2 of the 7-drop Fu?
The Fu, I really like the Fu. It's you usually can do this every other turn if you have both of them, and you either draw 2 and 25K. And tap 1. That's it.
Do you think it's too much if you bump it up to 3? You think?
If you bump it up to 3, yeah, it'll definitely be a little bit too much. You can cycle it. You can cycle it with your Trunks, so you can bring it back.
Okay. And actually, another fun fact about the leader is you can actually stack his effect on his first awakening.
Yes, that's right. So when you mill your 3 and you hit a color on this side when you're at 4 life. It might gain the if you hit a black, you'll gain the crit for, but if you hit a color, it'll gain the 5K. When you flip, it'll lose the crit, but it'll keep the 5K, and then you can just mill again and then get the crit and another 5K. So on that turn 4 play is when you really want to swing and Champa, because him by himself is a 25K critter.
Wow, that's really strong. So yeah, I really like the deck. We've played a few times. Going against it, it's really hard because the turns is just you get a mill. Your leader doesn't even have to be awakened to hit 15, which is really annoying. Yeah. A leader that doesn't have to awaken to be at 15 is just ridiculous. That's nonstop pressure for leaders that, you know, have to sit there and be awoken just to get to 15. And then also just the constant overroaming once per turn is just the pressure is just insane. But yeah, I really like this deck. Hopefully everybody likes it. We want you guys to try it out. If you guys like make changes, you know, hopefully those changes go well for you. But we feel like right now, this probably might be the best build, consistent build that we have right now. But yeah, so hopefully you guys like it. That's it for the deck list. Shout out to the sponsors: Card Addiction, Card Coliseum, Overdose, and Gem. And until then, guys, we'll speak with you again soon.